Hi everybody. Today we are going to do a little tech tutorial around how to do some of these things that you'll need to do for your ASB portfolio in Google Slides. A lot of you will know some of these already. So if you're hearing this as, I know how to do that, think that you might be somebody in the classroom that might be able to go around and help others during this time. So let's start with how to insert a link. You might want to insert a link on different areas within your portfolio. For example, your personal growth statement that you will write at the end of the year. Or another example might be your learning behavior reflection form. So it says here a link for the Q2 one. And it also could be a link to an example of some of your own work. So let's pretend that I'm going to be adding my learning behavior reflection link after Q1. What you'll first need to do is go to the specific piece of work. You can probably find that in your Drive or via Google Classroom where that assignment was posted. Once you open the Google document that you're going to link in, this is not your reflection. You'll have to find your reflection. This is just an example of piece of work. You're going to copy the link and then add it to your portfolio. Do not just copy this link. You must go to Share and get a link that your parents will be able to view, because our end users in this case will be the parents. So instead of only sharing with people that have an ASB email account, I'm going to click on this and actually change this drop down to anyone with the link. This means when you share this portfolio with your parents, they'll be able to click on the links and then view all of your work. You must do this for every link that you add. So now that I've changed the link, now I can say copy this link, which is different than this link. Okay, this allows anyone to be able to view it. Now I'm going to go back to my portfolio and highlight the part I want to turn into a link, maybe just this part. And now this is where we can get some pro level users. I could click on this to insert a link, or I could use the shortcut. And here it tells me the shortcut on a Mac, Command K, or a shortcut on a PC, Control K. And now I'm going to use Control V to paste in that link and say apply. Now this is a link to a Google Doc. All right, so that is how you make a link. I'm going to break that link because I do not need it. The most important part of that is to share it with anyone with the link. So that's how you're going to add a link. Simply highlight the words, Command K, and paste it in. Now we're going to talk about how do you add a picture. First of all, you might get pictures for your portfolio in a variety of different ways. Maybe you want to take a screenshot of some of your work. So for example, if I made this Google slide, I want a screenshot of just this work. I could take a screenshot on a Mac, Command Shift 4, or you can use the shortcut on the PC. This can just take a screenshot of my work. From a Google slide, you could download one of the slides as a JPEG. Or maybe you use your phone to take a picture of your art project, and maybe you've downloaded that into your downloads already or emailed it to yourself. Once you have the photo, whether that is a screenshot that's now on your desktop or something that you've taken a picture of and you've emailed it to yourself, or you've downloaded a picture from somewhere, you can add an image just by going to Insert, Image. Now, if it's something that's downloaded to your computer, you're going to say Upload from Computer. So when I take a picture with my iPhone, sometimes I airdrop it and it'll be in my downloads. If I use Google Photos, it could be in my Google Photos, or maybe it's in your Drive. In this case, I've downloaded it, so I'm going to just upload it from here. Now, a great thing about this is, first of all, you can resize it. And let's say that I don't need this extra part and maybe I got a friend's picture in here. Now I can actually crop it. So you could use this cropping tool to readjust this frame to actually only include your piece of artwork. I always suggest that you crop to make the photo look exactly like you want and then resize it. Please don't keep your photos so small like this. All right. If you have a lot of photos to include, then add another page and add some more photos for that. Another cool thing is, instead of just cropping in a square, if you click this down arrow, you could actually do shapes. And maybe you want to do it like in a circle. Okay. So that makes it look a little bit different. And there are some formatting options. I always like to add a drop shadow. It's one of my favorite ones. And it just kind of makes it look a little bit more framed. So that's how you can insert a picture. You also make videos and other media for your classes, and maybe for one of your pieces, you want to insert a video. There's lots of ways you can get videos. Maybe you have a video on YouTube. Maybe you have a video from your Drive. Most likely it's a video you made in your Drive. So if you want to add a video, you're going to go to the same spot, insert, video, and then you're going to search in your Drive for the video that you want. If you've opened it recently, you'll be able to find that right away. So I like to open the video in my Drive so that it shows up right away in my Drive on the top or in my recents. Then you just select the video and you put it here. And then you can resize it, put it wherever you want. And in that format options, you can see here, I have a few more options. Play to click, or you can decide where you want it to start. Okay. And there's not that many things you can play around with there, but I think those are usually what I do is play on click. And if I need it to start or end at a certain time, I can. Again, you can resize this video that you need. Don't ever resize images or videos from these center buttons. It always stretches it out. So as you see, I've been using is the corner to resize because that will resize it proportionally without pixelating any images or videos. All right, let's talk a little bit about how to add a new slide. If you are working on your portfolio and you see like, oh, I need to add some more slides here, you can go right up here to add a new slide, or you can say add a new slide and choose the layout. So if you just simply add a new slide, it's going to choose a default layout for you, which is totally fine. But if you want a special type of layout, if you click on this down arrow, you can say, do I want 2 columns? Do I want a title with some text box here? Do I want to add a quote? Do I just need a page that's blank kind of for pictures and then I could add a caption? Or do I need a completely white slide? Okay, so you can choose what slide you want to enter by clicking that down arrow. All right. If you want to change the layout of a slide, that is similar. So for example, when I have this slide, let's say, you know what, this would have looked really nice if there was 2 columns. I can simply right click on this and say apply layout, and I could change the layout right there. And now I have a better layout for this. So I'm going to undo that. Another way you can explore layout is this little explore button. And it kind of shows you, based on what you have, here's some other layouts that might look nice. I don't often find that there are a lot there unless I have a lot of images. So let me just show you that. If I have a blank slide, let's say it's this one, and I have a lot of images that I want to add. Let's see, this image I have and this image I have. I've added those 2 images. This is too big, I need to resize it. And where's my other image? You can also sometimes see this explore button and it will give you a few different options for layouts. So here that I have 3 images, it's going to say, hey, here's some things you might want to do with those images. And it'll automatically change and find a layout that works for me. So you don't have to resize yourself. So I like to use that and explore with that for changing layouts as well. Let's delete the slide. And let's do the last thing here, which is duplicate slides. I love this feature. So let's say that I have something and I'm like, oh, I'm going to need 2 of those exact slides. I can simply right click and say duplicate slide, and then I can change and do what I need to do on that new slide. So those are your quick tech tips for how to insert a link with the command K, how to insert a photo, how to add a video, how to add a new slide, change the layout, or duplicate a slide. I hope this is helpful, and I can't wait to hear what other tech tips you have for each other.